Hi everyone, this is Professor Benjamin, and this is going to be a short roundup this week because you have so much due next week. So don't forget a couple housekeeping items by Sunday, 11:59, so that's tomorrow. You have due your Dust Bowl assignment, and remember your Dust Bowl assignment can be found under the food section. So there's no quiz this week because you have just the Dust Bowl assignment due by tomorrow, 11:59. Next week is a big week because you have a forum post due for air, a forum post due for climate change, response posts, of course, for both air and climate change, and you have 2 quizzes. The other thing is you have your midterm exam due by next Sunday, 11:59, August 2nd. I know it's a lot due next week. Don't forget that you are given your 4 lowest drop forum posts and 4 lowest drop quizzes. So if you haven't used those yet, this may be a time where you pick and choose the workload for yourself. If you've already used those, then you definitely are going to need to spend some time this week in time management and be able to figure out how you can allocate time to everything that's due. If you haven't yet, I highly suggest that you look under the sustainability section. So you'll see here under session 5, there's a review for the midterm exam and a walkthrough of the midterm exam. It gives you all the details for the midterm exam. You get 1 chance, 3 hours. I give you all the questions before the midterm exam, and so that you can develop your answers. And really the midterm exam should just be you copying and pasting your answers that you've already pre-created into the portal, so that, and then answering the questions that way. If you don't do that and you log in, you probably will run out of time. I know 3 hours seems like a lot of time, but what happens is when students get in there, they kind of run out of time. So make sure that you, the review for the midterm and the walkthrough for the midterm are found under sustainability. So next week, air, climate change. Initial post due by next Tuesday, response post due by Friday. Same thing for climate change. Initial post due by Tuesday, by Wednesday, response post by Friday. You have quizzes for each session, and then you have the midterm exam. I do know it's a lot, but it is something that we have to cover in this class, and we only have after that 2 more weeks, and then the end of the semester. In order to, if you haven't already, please see my email about, we're having some issues with cheating. And that is the fact that students are looking at other people's posts. And I tried to alleviate this, and I've done this. This is the first time I've ever really had to address this at such a mass level. In my 10 years of teaching here at CCP, is I usually give those 6 questions so students can pick. What's happening is too many students are logging in late and they're just taking other people's information, and that really is stealing. It is stealing someone else's work, and I know it's not stealing an item, but you actually are. You're stealing someone else's work. So in order to prevent this from this point forward, you can choose one of the 6 questions, but you won't be able to see students' replies until you make your own reply. And I've never done this. I've never had to do this before. This is the first semester I've ever had to do this, because most of the time students take it upon themselves to not cheat from each other or take other people's information, and so that's important. The other thing is on your assignments, make sure you're using your own words. So if you're going to quote or paraphrase, make sure you're unpacking the material. Your entire document shouldn't be sourced, meaning after every sentence or after 94% of the answers should there be citations after it. You need to unpack what the authors are saying and make sure you have paragraphs in your assignment submittals for me. Okay? If you haven't, you can go back and read my announcement on the issues with cheating in this class. I have to address it. It's not something that I can just let go as a college professor. I read everything you guys write, and I think it's important. So that's just something that a pet peeve of mine. I'd be upset if I was working my butt off and someone was stealing stuff from me. I would be really upset, especially my work. So make sure that you are, and by me not allowing you to see other students' posts, it'll take away the temptation to cheat. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I know you have a lot due this week, but you have a lot of tools to help you. I made a video where I kind of tell you what I'm looking for in the answers for your midterm exams. all of the information can be found within the module. So I give you this walkthrough video, and I give you all the questions for the midterm exam. And then next week you'll do your error post and your climate change. And so if you need any help during the week, make sure you reach out before the midterm exam is due. And that way I can help you, maybe tell you where to find the information or help you locate it if you've already watched the video. And make sure you're specific in your questions so that I can kind of really know where you're headed or where you looked first before you couldn't find the answer. Okay? Have a great week. I know it's hot out again. Stay focused. We only have a couple more weeks of this semester left, and you can do it. Okay? Have a good week.